and liftoff.
Blasting off for the final
of
time
Atlantis.
2 weeks ago, Atlantis symbolised all that's been achieved in the past, but the launch also prompted questions about what the future holds for US space exploration. At the NASA Center and Space Camp in Alabama, I was told we needn't look any further. With the President pledging to send astronauts to an asteroid by 2025 and Mars by 2030, many of the so-called space trainees coming here now for courses will be the perfect age to do it when the time comes.
It's our pioneering nature as people to move on, to discover, to satisfy our curiosity, and to do that we have to keep pushing into deeper space.
And have you had space trainees here in the past that have become astronauts?
We have 3 astronauts. Those young people here who are training with us today in Space Camp, one of these people at this age group is going to be the first person to put their foot on Mars.
At just 10 years old, Alyssa Carson has already decided she'll devote her life to achieving exactly that.
There is like a Grand Canyon on Mars, except it's called Olympus Mons. And I personally think that it used to be a river. I hope that we land close to it and maybe even get different rocks and soils to see if that could help determine.
Well, can I just shake your hand? Because in
Yeah.
the future, when you land on Mars, I want to say, I shook her hand once. See, I've done it, evidence.
With such high hopes, it's essential for the next generation of astronauts to learn how to adapt to different environments.
Now, wherever we go in the future, whether it's to Mars or to an asteroid, gravity is always going to be an issue, and walking far more difficult, just as it is on the surface of the moon. And that's why it's important for astronauts to keep training in this way.
This is the multi-axis training. In the future, trips to Mars are going to take roughly less than 2 years, and you need to be prepared for anything. It's going to simulate what a tumble spin is like in case you lose control of your craft. Here we go. Great job.
The centrifuge simulates the G-force astronauts feel when taking off. They would experience about 6 Gs. I made it to just 3.
You don't feel like it's going fast, you just feel the pressure and your chest is like pressing into your heart. Just give me a second.
Roger, Capcom 29998.
But for today at least, the focus should be on the landing of the Atlantis shuttle and its crew. The space trainees showed me perfectly how it's done in a simulator, with the hope of being the next ones to experience a real space flight in the future.
High fives! Houston, we have no problem.